Hello, moon babies. It's Molly. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to this video and welcome to spring in the Midwest. We're battening down for a blizzard, so it's the perfect time to dream about spring. We're going to head down to the studio together and potter around with things I already have to create some enchanting spring refresh projects for the cottage. So grab a cuppa and come on in. The first project is a little electric warming pot that's supposed to be used for hot dip, but I use it as a simmer pot on my counter, and I thought it could use a little Art Witch boost. I'm coating it with a few layers of black paint, allowing each layer to dry completely, and then I'm going to adorn it with some bronzy wildflower designs. I'll also be covering this with a thin layer of poly to protect it. You could also use a dishwasher-safe Mod Podge for a project like this too, if you're concerned about keeping it clean. Now I think she's properly dressed for a witch's kitchen. Okay, moon babies, let's make some emotional support morels. I really enjoy watching seasonal decorating videos, but lately the hyper consumption of plastic junk from big box stores is making it really, really hard to enjoy. And I've mentioned this in my videos before, but as witches, I think that seasonal decorating can be about more than just prettifying our spaces, keeping up with a trend, or performing a season through buying. I think seasonal decorating can make us deeper observers of the world around us. And a bioregional lens can make our decorating more meaningful. So an example of that, in my home, I'm trying to incorporate more locally inspired imagery, like these air clay morel mushrooms. These are something that appear in the springtime where I live. They're super easy to make and really, really fun to paint. I hope that you'll try something like this. And I'd love to know, what are the messengers of spring that appear in your landscape where you live? I've had this very sad, half-finished vintage paint over project floating around for ages. As you can see, the edge is broken off, the cardboard is starting to degrade, and there's some water damage. That white smoosh was originally a rabbit. And it recently occurred to me what this painting desires to be. We're going to conjure a toad for spring. I am obsessed with toads right now. I want to learn everything there is to know about toads. I want to know about all the different kinds. The honey and I have been watching toad documentaries before bed, and this toad is beginning to look particularly smug. And to finish, I'm going to trim off those damaged bits and crop it to fit in this antique oval frame. And I think that they look quite pleased with their new toad familiar. So these are plastic eggs that I thrifted and collaged last year in a decorating video. And when I pulled them out, I wasn't as jazzed about them. And then I found these pressed pansies in my craft stash, and I thought they would make some really beautiful spring equinox fodder. So we're going to flowerify these eggs. And lots of folks use Mod Podge for this process, but I found that it's too easy to damage really delicate flowers. So personally, I like to use a little spray adhesive first on the back of the flower and then press them onto the surface and very gently just coat them with a little bit of Mod Podge. And I find I have more success with that. So I hope that's a helpful tip. And by the way, if you enjoy videos like this one, I have a veritable mountain of magical how-tos with Grimoire Club over on Patreon. There's tons of videos on crafting and art journaling, as well as printables and ebooks and podcasts and meditation. It's kind of like Netflix for art witches. So I'll leave a link to that if you're interested in playing along. When I'm feeling adrift or helpless or depressed about the state of the world, I will do 3 things in this order. First, I'll take a bite-sized, relevant, local action. Next, I will move my body around in a way to release some rage. And then I make a tiny hat. In this case, it's an itty-bitty witchy bonnet to adorn a pheasant. Try this formula. You may enjoy it. So to make this itty-bitty witchy bonnet, I'm cutting up some scrap cardboard and making a paper cone. I know that there are formulas for proper cone creation, but it's just not that serious. Then we'll use a little tissue paper to cover the structure, a little bit of paint, and then it's time to decorate. I have gobs of party crepe that I've sewn into a little frilly trim. And then we'll start piling on some chiffon ribbon and a lonely clip-on earring that wanted to be part of this project. And now we have a hat fit for a tiny spring witch. Okay, moon babies, now let's go upstairs and we can take a look at all of our little bits in situ. I've brought our freshly painted simmer pot up into the kitchen, and we're going to add a little bit of lavender and orange peel and let that simmer and steam away and make the kitchen smell wonderful. I'd love to know what your favorite ingredients for simmer pots are. I'm always looking for new combinations. And this is the gallery wall in the kitchen where we have made a home for our toad. I just love him. We'll need to come up with a name for him. I'm going to take you into the front room where I have displayed some of our floral spring equinox eggs, as well as the morels in a little cloche situation. If you love this kind of video and you are a fellow Cozy Magic hedgehog, you might be interested in Homecraft 30 Days to Your Bewitching Space. It's an audio class to create your sanctuary, and it's full of practical advice as well as spells and secret missions. We have a ton of fun together, and Homecraft is open for registration right now, so I'll leave a link for that below. And then in the dining room, we'll visit our very fancy pheasant with their fresh springtime bonnet. And a little collection of eggs festooned with flowers. I decided to make a few more eggs. These are collaged with some paper napkins and topped with a little ribbon and spare buttons. I want to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Thank you for all the magic you bring to this world. It is much needed and very appreciated. I hope that you enjoy the season wherever you are in the world. Be safe. Keep your heart open. And until we speak again, my friends, witch on, witch boldly, and be well. Bye for now.